Welcome everybody to season 2, episode 2 of
Tyler's Talk Football. Sort of.
Sort of.
Straight from our basement.
Giving you facts and follies.
From our humble abode.
Yes. From our humble
basement.
abode. This basement right here.
Oh, hon, you know what?
What's that?
I got to tell the folks, I didn't know we were going to do a show today.
No, you didn't?
This house has been like a morgue, honey. Do you hear me? It was a morgue. It was very, very somber, very, very depressing. But, you know, the sad part is that both of our teams are batting zero.
Batting zero right now.
Zero but yeah.
That won't last long at all.
Well, we can only hope. So, but we're staying positive. But we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. Yes.
So,
it's time for, as we always do, our weekly toast. Now,
I'm drinking a little coffee.
Oh, from where?
From Dunkin' Donuts, of course.
Dunkin'.
Oh, Dunkin's.
No,
Dunkin's Donuts.
Honey, that's old school.
That's very old
it's
school.
It's called Dunkin' now.
Yes.
They got sophisticated. Honey.
Okay.
Guess what I'm drinking?
What are you drinking?
Our girl Lola.
Yes.
Lola, the beautiful Lola.
Mm-hmm.
Lola White. She gave me many boxes of tea last week, and my favorite tea in the whole world, Constant Comet Bigelow tea, Constant Comet.
Constant Comet.
And it's Constant Comet. It's like a spicy. Oh, it makes me so warm, and it you know what represents to me autumn.
Okay.
It's like this autumn. Let me just take some. Oh, well, I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to do it yet. But Constant Comment, because I guess I have a lot of constant comments about everything.
About everything.
All right. So here's today's show, sweetheart.
Here's today's show.
All right.
Ooh,
thank you, sis Lola. Delicious.
Well, all right.
And
honey,
you're jumping for the broom. Honey, you know what we do?
What's that?
Honey.
What's that, baby?
My t-shirt.
Of course.
My t-shirt. Today's t-shirt, folks, is Chicken Wings Matter. Chicken Wings Matter.
Yes.
This is my honor of my hometown, of course. Buffalo, New York. And the fabulous Buffalo Bills. So this is all about flavor and foods today as well. And also, so this is Chicken Wings Matter. And honey, today's wig color is
red.
Not just any red.
That's any red.
Hot sauce red.
Hot sauce red.
Hot sauce red.
As in the chicken wings.
Because you know, it's all a thing.
Yes,
it's all a thing. So yeah, hot sauce red wig and Chicken Wings Matter.
Well.
Yes.
Of course, I'm representing the New York Giants.
G-Man.
The G-Man.
Yes. Oh, geez.
Yes.
I say that. Oh, gee.
Oh, gee. Listen. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, the horror
Last
show.
week's games. And of course, the Giants lost, and it was a terrible loss. 40-0 to the Cowgirls. But you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
There's always this week and the following weeks. But I think that we've heard so many things talked about online and everywhere and the sports shows.
Honey.
And the names that you picked up on.
Honey, you know, let me just tell the folks. This couch over here is where my poor husband, I watched the game with him, and I had to keep putting a piece of glass under his nose to make sure he was alive. He was laid out flat on his back, and he was barely moving. I was getting concerned, and it was just so sad. But you know what I didn't appreciate, and I was felt awful for you, and I certainly wasn't gloating about the god awful loss. But I didn't really appreciate some of the words that would be hurled at your team. They called the team putrid. Honey, I haven't heard putrid. Putrid is like the lowest of the low of smells.
Yeah.
Putrid is like
we stunk up the joint.
New Jersey Turnpike oil putrid. That's I didn't mean to say. Well, no, I didn't mean to say that. But the smell that you know when you go to Jersey.
Well,
not
really
all
don't
Jersey,
smell
but
that
I didn't mean no disrespect. But you know that smell, that pungent
I
putrid.
got you.
But I felt that was just not well deserved. But go ahead, sweetheart.
Yeah. Well, the Giants didn't look good at all.
Yeah.
Danny Jones was, of course, sacked several times.
Yeah, geez.
It was fumbles, turnovers, and then, of course, Dallas just kept pouring it on. They played well. Their defense played excellent. And so, well, there's another week like today.
Yeah.
We will
hopefully
regroup. We have to regroup, of course.
Yeah.
And so much for the Giants for now.
Awful game. Just awful.
Let's move on to the Buffalo Bills against the New York Jets. Jets. Jets.
Yeah, well, sometimes God don't like ugly, okay? And I have to apologize to you because the day after I looked at you laying flat on your back, there I was. There I was. So it's not been a good week in the Tyler abode. There I was laying. I said, I don't know if I can take 5 months of this because my heart was beating awfully fast. Once again, they called my Josh names. I didn't. Putrid for you, abysmal for me.
Abysmal.
I'm not going to accept words like that. Abysmal. He had. What happened to our Josh? What was your explanation of that?
Oh, he stunk up the joint.
Oh.
That's what happened with Josh. Now, first of all, as you know, in the very beginning of the game, on the fourth play of the game, the savior of the Jets, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Achilles heel injury, and it was sad. When the cameras panned over the fans out there, they looked terrible. And you know what? And
with no disrespect to the Jets fans.
No disrespect to the Jets fans.
Because we all have our day.
Or to the people that were there.
Very depressing. Like somebody
and witness
died.
it in person. It was a terrible
But they
injury.
had put all their hopes. See, this is what happens. I think this is a lesson, honey. Because you know how I look at life lessons?
How you look at it?
Putting all your hopes on one person. You can't do that. You can't. Now, they paid him, what, $800 million for a year? What they paid him, young man? Well, he's not really that young. He's 39 going on 40.
Few million.
I mean, old in football, but young in life.
Yes.
But they paid him $100 million a year. And, and then, boop, in the snap, well, that sounded really good word to use.
800 to 100. But go ahead.
But in the blink or snap of a tendon, he was, but you know what? Awful. I like Aaron.
Yes.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer to be.
For most MVP. And thank God it wasn't any worse than it was. But you know what, hon? I wanted to kind of say, just to kind of, since I don't know if the people know that, I've been a nurse for 25 years.
Oh, I think they do.
Okay.
I know we've mentioned it.
We don't talk about it often because, but in this case, I think I shall go there.
You go right ahead.
Thank you. The Achilles tendon. Now, I got to say, until Troy had an Achilles tear in 2011, I didn't know what the heck where the Achilles tendon was.
Achilles.
What did I say?
Achilles.
I'm sorry.
She is the
Achilles.
nurse.
Okay. Oh, that's embarrassing. I'm just excited. I meant, what did I say? Achilles?
You said Achilles.
I meant and I'm the nurse. Lord have mercy. Oh my God, this is awful. I meant to say Achilles.
Yes.
So when Troy, who was laying right on this couch,
right,
I saw it up close in person.
Yeah.
So, just for our fans who don't know, and I'm not, I didn't know, and maybe there's others like me who didn't know. I'm just going to put up a picture real quick, see if we can capture.
Yes, right there.
Right there. Okay, that's the Achilles heel tear. Now, the Achilles heel connects muscle to bone, so it connects the calf muscle to the heel bone. It's really like rope.
Mm-hmm.
It's like rope. You know what? It's the largest tendon in the body. It allows movement. So it allows you to walk, to jump, motion, to push off. Well, everybody in playing football needs to push off.
Yes.
Well, so I just briefly want to explain the Achilles, not Achilles.
Not the
I'm thinking of Achilles the Hun.
Not the Achilles. Yes.
Achilles tendon.
And
okay.
That's from Nurse.
Oh, that's awful.
All right.
But you know it is what it is. Okay. I'm human.
I just want to move on to one of last week's games. Tua Tagovailoa had the biggest game last week. The Dolphins actually came back and beat the Chargers. It was a great comeback. Tyreek Hill had a great game. It was something to see. So for all you Miami Dolphins fans out there, we're hoping things go well for Tua, because we do know a couple of years ago those horrendous shots of.
Was it 2 years already when he was laid out?
I believe so. 2 years, and he is back again. and we wish him well, of course. And that brings me to a preview of today's games. Now,
honey, may I just say something?
Yes, you can.
Okay, just before we jump the broom again, because we're so excited to get to 1 o'clock, which is the Buffalo Bills game.
Of course,
national telecast. After seeing these horrible games last week, about our teams,
right,
and other people who lost as well, there were a lot of losers.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you was the mindset of an elite quarterback, and how does a coach or the teammates, how do you rally together again after you had sort of an embarrassing loss, abysmal, putrid, whatever, and how do you get yourself in a short amount of time, actually, maybe a week, less than a week, to boom, they got to get back up there and get that head straight on again. How do they do that, sweetie?
Well, the mindset of a football player is that there will always be another play, another game.
Yeah.
And as far as injuries go, it's next man up. But the mindset of a football player is, okay, let's put it behind us. Let's talk about the lessons learned from the game that just transpired.
Yeah.
And you have a new opponent, so you can't worry about the old opponent.
Oh,
you can't worry about Joe Blow who smacked you in the head.
Yeah.
or the team that you played was just on a roll that day.
Yeah.
Because in the NFL, on any given Sunday, you can lose. So these players have to think, okay, we got this team next week. We have to get this game plan. We have to heal from our little nagging injuries.
Yeah.
We have to get our mindset together and move on and get ready for some football, because there's going to be different players you're facing, even though you've probably faced them in your past before, or you face them again if you're in division and you're playing each other twice, of course. But you have to move on.
Well, I just admire the strength. I mean, not only the physical strength of these elite, not just elite. I love that word, elite. Elite.
Yes.
These athletes, specimens, grueling, hitting, crunching, running, jumping, throwing. I mean, they got to use all their muscles.
Oh yes, they have to. They have to use
all their muscles.
All the muscles.
All the muscles.
Yes. All the muscles.
But the biggest muscle they have to use, their head.
Yep.
They've got to use their head to play smart.
Right.
And I love the game, and I've come to love football better now than I have in the last 60 years. But I still always pray for their safety, because it's all, at the end of the day, it's
that's in your nature.
Well, I just worry and I care.
And we all do.
I don't, yeah. But the haters don't care. And I know the haters
don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, let's preview this week's games. We already had one on Thursday. Philly is 2-0 already. They beat Minnesota. A little closer than it was supposed to be, but it was a game, and Jalen Hurts is off to a good start.
Oh, what is it, 2-0?
2-0. Yes,
Jalen Hurts was hurting folk.
Yeah, they're 2-0.
Yeah, he's
2-0 already. Of course, Philly went to the Super Bowl last year. They lost, so they are on a mission.
Yes,
they're certainly on a mission, and
I
don't necessarily wish them well because they're in the Giants division, but Philly is 2-0 and the Giants are 0-1.
But you know what, honey?
Soon to be 1-1 today.
Well, let's hope for both of us that this house is not so depressing.
Well,
and that all the good air has been sucked out of our home.
That leads. That leads us now.
1
that leads now to our first game.
Oh, I can barely breathe.
The Buffalo Bills and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Well.
And I just want to say something
dear,
quickly before you get into your spiel.
Because I'm already getting anxious.
Okay, listen.
Yes.
Josh better have a good game. The Raiders are there.
Yeah.
They have a good team.
Do they?
Oh yes, they do.
I don't know anybody on their team.
They do.
Who's their quarterback?
Well, the quarterback is Jimmy. Oh, from San Francisco 49ers. They had
Jimmy.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And he is.
I remember seeing him play last year. He wasn't bad. He wasn't half bad, as you say.
Did I say Jimmy?
Was it? What's the man's name?
Oh, I
Jerry?
forget. No, it's not Jerry.
Garofalo. Well, okay, whatever it is, he's the premier elite quarterback.
But who cares?
He's playing against, with no disrespect to our Vegas fans. They're playing our Josh. Let me tell you something, okay?
Yes.
I could barely sleep like last night for many reasons. First, watching that doggone Deion Sanders in the Colorado Buffaloes up to 3 o'clock in the morning. But that's not, but congratulations to them as well. But my hometown, my people, they have been out at that Highmark Stadium probably all night. This is our first home game. Yeah. And Buffalonians, Bill Mafias, we come to play. And we come to win. And we support.
You better win.
Yeah, we do. We do. But you know what? It's only one game. It's one game. They're acting like, Josh has lost it. Let me tell. Come on now, stop it. Stop
Josh
it, everyone.
has not lost it, but Josh.
But he's got to win today.
Has to correct some of the mistakes, correct the turnovers.
Yeah.
You just can't throw the ball to the other team.
Honey, you know what? I was so trying. I'm so sorry. I'm just how I get when I talk fast and I get excited about things, which is pretty much every day. Would you say?
Yes, every day.
Okay. But you know what? I can barely look at now. I was, at the grocery store the other day, just as an aside story, and I was, I was walking down the aisle getting some things in the frozen food section.
Yes.
And I saw an apple turnover. I walked the other way.
You walked the other way.
I can't even look at turnovers no more.
You can't. Oh God.
After last week's game, and you so well explained to me. Now I really understand interceptions, turnovers, fumbles, kind of all related. They're cousins, or they're kind of the same thing.
Right.
Yeah. So I can't even eat a turnover today. Go ahead.
All right. Well, let's move on to the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
They are in Arizona against the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh.
And I gotta tell you, they should win this game. There's no reason not to. Mm-hmm. They're favored by a few points.
Very good.
And let's just see how they bounce back, because you can't get any worse.
No, you can't. Was that the worst defeat of the entire week?
You cannot get any worse than being shut out with, what was one of the words?
Putrid. That was awful.
That was awful.
Putrid.
That was awful. But they're my Giants. That will bounce back like the Giants
You're Super Bowl
do.
winners. My goodness, you got all heavy rings. We're still trying to get one before I die.
Yeah, you are still trying to get one.
I just want one before I die.
Let's hope that happens.
Yeah.
Yes. So there you have it. The Giants. I mean, that's
what time's your game
afternoon game, 4:25 game.
Okay, so we'll do 1 o'clock Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. So
then we'll go and do a few little things, get some food. Then we'll have 4 o'clock. Okay.
Yes, we'll be ready for the 4 o'clock game. Mm-hmm. Believe me, I'm not missing any of that. Okay, so a couple more games that I just wanted to highlight for today, and there is the Jets at Dallas. That's going to be a pretty good game.
Boy,
now,
can they do it again?
Well, Dallas is at home, so I have to tell you, Dallas is slightly favored, but we'll see what the Jets can do. We'll see what young Zach can do this week.
That's a lot of pressure for this young kid. What is he, 20?
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
He's 19, 20?
No, he's not 19, 20. You can't even be in the league when you're 19 and 20.
Well, I mean, he has a face. He looks, he's
he has
very
a baby
clean
face.
Cut, baby face, very clean cut.
They all look like that when they first come in the league.
And then
things change.
But Zach, can you imagine the pressure on him? He was thinking, you know what, we have Rodgers here. I'm going to learn some things from this Hall of Famer to be. I'll just kind of sit back across my ankle at my leg and have a few sodas and some popcorn. Then little did he know how life changes in a blink of an eye, and now he's back on the field, and also I guess a chance to prove his, what he can do.
Well, let's see what happens. With them tonight.
Yeah,
I believe it's a night game. Yes. So anyway, another big game is Baltimore at Cincinnati.
Hey, Petey.
Yes.
Our cousins Petey and Norma
the Ravens versus the Bengals.
Oh, jeez.
And now, of course, Lamar Jackson is 6-1 against Cincinnati.
Really?
And yes, he is. But Joe Cool has to come back from that horrible showing that he had last week.
Putrid. Yeah.
But he'll come back because Joe Cool is cool.
Yeah.
Cool?
And he's
Joe Cool.
And he's paid. he's paid very well.
Oh, but yeah, but still, you still have
win.
to earn
Come on,
that keep.
Yeah.
And I think that will be an exciting game.
Of course it will.
Keep my eye on that
Yeah,
a little bit, just as a football fan of both those quarterbacks.
We're both football fans now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. You're a football fan. Yeah. Oh, but didn't last week you say, well, I really don't like football, but I thought I heard that in my ear.
I did say I don't, but it's something about it. Just
Careful what you say.
But somebody just keeps pulling me in. It just keeps.
Now who would that be?
Josh.
Oh, Josh. Okay.
And Diggs.
Enough of Josh and
Okay.
Diggs. Okay.
All
right. And another game. San Francisco against the Los Angeles Rams. Another big game out there. Both teams are 1-0, and that should be a very good game. They're both at the top of their game already. So we shall see. And one more, of course, in the AFC East, and Buffalo has to look at these teams as well for their future games.
Oh, boy.
Miami versus New England.
Forget about
New
England.
in New England. Now, Miami just came off that big comeback win.
Mm-hmm.
New England lost to Philly, and it was closer than what a lot of people thought it would be. But they'll be in New England, and we shall see what happens with that game.
Well,
okay? And there may be some other notable games, but I'm not going to mention them because I just don't want to.
We don't mean to be rude.
No, we're not being rude.
We're just trying to have fun here,
But this is only a 20-minute show, and we want to keep it to that.
And you know what we want to end the show on, sweetheart?
Okay, what's that, dear?
Well, we talked about the flavor of my delicious constant comment tea. I want to now pivot to food. Food. Because we started off the show with my
one of my favorite stuff.
Amazon t-shirt, Chicken Wings Matter. Mm-hmm. And I was doing some research on tailgate foods.
Yes.
This has taken a whole huge spin. I haven't been to a football game in person since OJ played at Rich Stadium 10,000 years ago. That tells you when was the last time I was sat in a stadium. So God knows things have changed. We're talking now air fryers, grills, slow cookers. It's just it's taking on a world by itself. But I looked up some of the top tasty bites.
Yes. It's
beyond chicken wings now, hon. Oh, chicken. Although for me from Buffalo, it's sacrilegious if we don't have wings.
Of course.
People are now talking about. I'm gonna have to read this. Barbecue beef nachos.
Yes.
Air fryer jalapeno peppers.
Yes.
Black bean salsa. Of course.
That's all right.
The go-to chili.
Yeah,
I have some cornbread with the side. Cornbread. Monkey bread that you just pull and eat till oblivion.
Bread.
And the one that got me that folks are kind of running to now.
What's that?
Grilled pork and pineapple sandwich.
Ouch.
Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
Well, anything goes with pork, I guess. I don't know. Pineapple.
I'm not for the pig.
No.
But
not for the pig.
I'm
not for the pig.
No, I don't do the pig.
And you know what else they're doing too? People got this has been happening for many years.
What's been happening?
They throw a big TV in the back of their pickups or vans and
Are they
whatever.
Still doing that?
Oh yes, of course they are. They do everything.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, tailgating is an art.
I would
and there's some people just really take advantage of that, and I don't know if they're preventing people from walking in the stadium drunk, but I know a lot of drinking is going on in those tailgate parties, and that's okay, but you have to be careful, and then in some tailgate parties there's an after tailgate party on the way back home.
But you can't be reckless, folks.
Not good. You can't be reckless.
You can't be reckless. But you know what I want to think about today for our segment that we did last week called last year. We're going to bring it back. It's a Beautiful Thing.
Yes.
The fact that autumn is in the air.
Yes.
And it's sweater weather. It's a nice chill. And that humans who enjoy the game or who don't, but it's just it's a way to galvanize humanity, whether it's through food or through tailgate parties or through talking trash, fun trash on the phone. At 1 o'clock, 4 and 8 o'clock, whenever the games are, at some point America is all one. For something that's not controversial and all that other stuff that I can't get into because it ain't that kind of show.
Okay. Well said, my dear.
Thank you.
And on that note, folks, we'd like you to subscribe. Just press that button.
We want you to be part of our family.
Yes, part of this.
But we love you, as we always do.
We do. We certainly do. And listen, enjoy your games today.
Yes.
Have fun.
Please do.
Eat good food.
Chicken wings matter.
Have a couple of drinks, wine, beer, some mixed.
But
whatever
safe.
your choice.
Be
and
safe.
be safe about it.
Be safe on the road. That's the most important.
Alrighty. Listen, everybody. Good luck.
Until next week.
Yes, until next week.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.